And streaming on crossroadstoday.com. Bad weather caused a home to burn. We'll share how you can help a family in need. And we learn more about the future of a local university as big changes begin to happen within the system. Plus, the latest on a missing sailor in Virginia. Her family now speaking out.
And this morning we are once again, I'm sure you've noticed, we are once again tracking another round of scattered showers and thunderstorms bringing us lots of rain. But if you don't see rain this morning by any chance, don't worry, we have alert days in effect. All that in the weather coming up.
And the UL is planning to make big changes for the 2025-2026 season later tonight. I'll tell you all the proposal details later on in sports.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning, Crossroads, and happy Wednesday, although maybe a stressful Wednesday for some of you as there have been a few power outages reported.
That's right.
I know I experienced 2 power outages already this week. And so, pro tip, keep a candle and a way to light the candle somewhere easy to find.
Yep, absolutely, because it could be a little bit dark over the next few hours because we have a lot of thunderstorms ongoing right now, and I'm sure a lot of y'all are tuning in probably in southern Refugio County right now. Y'all have a big thunderstorm right near y'all producing a hefty amount of lightning. We're gonna look at that here in a second, because starting out with just the radar, the plain old radar, to see where all the rain is, you can see, well, it's pretty much raining for a good majority of us out there this morning, but the heaviest stuff right now is concentrated all around Jackson County, surrounding Edna right about now. A lot of it is starting to head east of Hallettsville. A little bit of it starting to form just west of Port Lavaca. Y'all are probably going to see some heavy rain over the next 20 minutes or so, I'm thinking, in Port Lavaca and Calhoun County. But other than that, if I turn on the lightning, like I was just saying, look at the amount of lightning in this storm that is just south of Refugio right now. You can see everybody else. We do have a plethora of lightning as well, which I would not be surprised if y'all are tuning in with us this morning, because y'all got woken up by the thunder. So expecting a lot of rain out there this morning, and if we add the rainfall totals map here, you can see we actually got all solid already, up to about an inch in some of our western counties. But looking to the west of that, actually these numbers are outdated. We got more than 4 inches of rain over just west of San Antonio in the watershed area, which should lighten up our drought conditions. That's good news. But bad news is we have an alert day in effect for today and tomorrow for all Crossroads counties, where we're expecting possibly an additional few inches of rain, possible severe weather, pocket change size hail, and strong winds. All that thanks to a low pressure system coming off the mountains. But if you're headed at the door for your weather Wednesday, expect, like I said, maybe some more thunderstorms this afternoon, possibly strong. We're going to look at all those details and the timing of that coming up next.
Russian forces launched overnight drone attacks across Ukraine, targeting multiple regions with 85 drones and decoys. Air defenses intercepted 40, while others were lost or jammed. Kharkiv was hit hardest, with 17 drones striking residential areas, killing 3 and injuring 60, including 9 children. The attacks caused extensive damage to homes, playgrounds, industrial sites, and public transport. A powerful storm sparked a devastating fire in Quail Creek Tuesday, and not every life was spared. Flames broke out on Dove Drive Tuesday afternoon. Fire crews from Victoria and Quail Creek rushed in to find the home burning. 7 people, including 5 children, made it out safely, but one beloved pet was lost. The family is now staying in a hotel. Investigators say lightning struck the home's electrical system, sparking the blaze. After years in the making, the Texas A&M system is officially taking over the University of Houston, Victoria. 25 News Now reporter Trenton Whiting has the story.
After years of effort, the Texas A&M system is finally taking over the University of Houston, Victoria. Current A&M Chancellor John Sharp credits some key state officials for pulling it off.
This has been a dream for 16, 17 years. Special thanks to Senator Kolkhorst and Governor Abbott, and certainly Representative Louderback did a great job in shepherding it through the House.
As a Placido native, Chancellor Sharp is aware of the classes needed to work in Crossroads Industries. He says he's excited to provide those to a new generation of students.
You're going to see a remarkable transformation in higher education that's going to occur in Victoria.
A new era of Victoria's University will coincide with a new era of A&M leadership, as Chancellor Sharp plans to step down on June 30th, making way for Texas Comptroller and A&M alum Glenn Hagar to take over the position.
He has a special relationship with Victoria as well. This is going to be a real special campus.
Chancellor Sharp says he has fond memories of his former home in the Crossroads, and he's looking forward to seeing progress in the area and at the newly acquired Texas A&M Victoria.
I'd still live in Placido and Victoria if I had a jet to get to work every day. I mean, I just love the place, and I can't tell you how happy I am.
Trenton Whiting, KAVU TV, 25 News Now.
Seadrift Alderman Paul Gonzalez is back in his city council seat for now. He showed appreciation for the city attorney who backed him on staying in the role. Just 2 weeks ago, while Gonzalez was on vacation, the city and Mayor Lori Thomas tried to remove him from the council. He showed up Tuesday to the meeting, his first since the attempted removal, and tensions rose between him and the mayor. Tensions are rising in Los Angeles as President Trump deploys more troops to the city. On Monday, 2,000 National Guardsmen and 700 Marines were sent to protect federal officers and property. The move follows 4 days of protests centered around federal buildings downtown. In response, Governor Gavin Newsom and Attorney General Rob Bonta have filed a lawsuit challenging the federalization of California's National Guard. Now to a developing story, a mystery and a tragedy unfolding in Virginia after a young Navy sailor was found dead just miles from her base. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the latest.
This morning, a mystery in Virginia after a sailor missing from the U.S. Naval Base in Norfolk was found dead. Investigators finding the body of 21-year-old Angelina Resendiz in a wooded area less than 10 miles from her barracks. She had not been seen since May 29th. NCIS says a fellow Navy sailor has been placed in pre-trial confinement in connection with her death. Resendiz's family demanding answers.
These kids come up missing and nobody really says anything, right? The people that are in charge, like, they're not important.
Her mother claims she was not notified of her daughter's disappearance through official military channels, instead finding out unofficially and through media coverage. She says her daughter's colleagues, friends, and even authorities knew she was missing, but the response was minimal. And after her friends filed a missing persons report when her commander would not, they showed little compassion or understanding. Back in 2020, 20-year-old Vanessa Guillen was murdered by a fellow Army soldier at what was then known as Fort Hood. Her family pushed for reforms in the Army, ultimately leading to the passing of the I Am Vanessa Guillen Act, helping revamp how military investigations are conducted. As for Resendiz, her family says they remain unwavering in their pursuit of justice. Officials say charges against the sailor in custody are pending. They did not say what those charges might be. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
In a stunning shift, President Donald Trump announced plans to phase out FEMA, the nation's frontline agency for disaster response, after this year's hurricane season. On Tuesday, Trump revealed his intention to dismantle FEMA at the federal level, pushing responsibility onto states. He also signaled a sharp reduction in federal disaster aid, a move that has alarmed emergency officials across the country. Plans to eliminate FEMA have baffled federal and state emergency managers. Remember, follow us on YouTube, Crossroads Today, hit the like button and click the notification bell. The time now, let's get a look at our clock at 6:38 on our Wednesday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up next on 25 News Now Sunrise. A State House representative visits the Crossroads with an update on recent legislative actions.
I'm ABC's Perry Russom in Washington. Los Angeles issuing a curfew in parts of the city as protests against ICE continue. That story coming up.
And also coming up next after the break in the short-term forecast, we'll take another look at your radar to see where all the rain and thunderstorms are at. And also coming up next, we'll take a look at just how much longer the rain will be here and also when more will be here. Well, good morning, Crossroads, and happy Weather Wednesday. Looking at getting at your radar, we can see we still have lots of rain out there, and looking again at where all the heaviest stuff is, zooming in on our southern counties first. We do still have a special marine warning that is issued right here, this blue box, blue polygon. That was issued for 40-mile-an-hour wind gust and also 3/4 of an inch, that's 0.75 inches, maximum diameter size hail, which wouldn't do any kind of damage, so don't worry about that. And don't worry about the wind gust either. That won't do anything too much. Maybe push a couple pillows around outside. But looking at Victoria County, we still got lots of rain ongoing out there right now, so go ahead and grab that umbrella if you're headed out the door. And the same thing happening in Lavaca County right now, except for most of that is starting to head eastward east of Hallettsville right now, we have a few very light sprinkles and light showers starting to kind of encroach up northward into Hallettsville. But other than that, in our eastern counties, we have all the rest of that line that is starting to approach y'all, probably coming your way over the next half hour to hour or so. So get ready for that. But we're going to continue tracking this line all morning long because I think it's going to continue raining for the rest of this morning. And timing all of that out, you're going to see that right here on your future tracker here. You can see this computer thinks we're going to have some more thunderstorms that may develop over the next hour or so all around our counties. But here's 8 a.m., 9 a.m. You can see still raining out there, 10 a.m. But I'm going to go ahead and say sometime around 10 a.m. right here or 11 a.m. we're going to see the rain activity cut off, and we should be looking at mostly cloudy and partly cloudy skies for some all the way up until about 3 or 4 p.m. because around that time frame, I think we're going to see a few more thunderstorms and showers starting to form, becoming isolated, maybe scattered, especially going into the late evening. Here's 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. where we could see another round very similar to what we're seeing this morning, another line come through overnight tonight, where we actually have a level 2 out of 5 slight risk in our northern counties for that severe weather today. And the main risk is going to be for some damaging winds, but definitely for some heavier rain because we have excessive rainfall outlooks, which we're going to look at next, which is why we have alert days in effect for today and tomorrow. So make sure that y'all are staying weather aware. But it is also hurricane season, and Aztec Ford and Goliad is helping make sure that your family is ready when the power goes out. Aztec Ford is giving you a chance to win a free generator. Just come to crossroadstoday.com, click the menu, go to entertainment, then contests, and then enter the Storm Ready Power giveaway.
Morning, everyone. And currently we're in that period right now in the off season for high school sports, but that doesn't mean we're going to stop our coverage here, especially because the UIL later tonight is setting up a meeting to implement some new proposals for the 2025-2026 season. Some of these main points that'll be discussed at these meetings later on will be the addition of newly sanctioned sports in boys volleyball, girls flag football, bowling, table tennis, and lacrosse are all those kind of new sports they're trying to pitch in there for this upcoming year. And then also some other news they're going to try to talk about is the adoption of a shot clock for basketball season. And that's going to be big news as well. And then 3A divisions, again, could be implemented for soccer, for men's and women's soccer. And then instant replay for all playoff games in all different sports will be something to look out to in these meetings. So we'll keep you posted for later tonight if anything kind of changes or goes into these meetings from the UIL. This is Max Williams, 25 News Now Sports.
Experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus, stream our daily newscast and much more using your connected TV. Just download Crossroads Today Plus on your Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or Android TV. Search Crossroads Today Plus. Protests escalate against ICE in downtown LA, leading to a new curfew and thousands of troops deployed. ABC's Perry Russum reports.
This morning, a new curfew in parts of downtown Los Angeles as the protests against ICE stretch into another day. Police on horseback called in, breaking up crowds.
If you incite violence or destroy our communities, you're going to be held to account.
California Governor Gavin Newsom says more than 220 people have been arrested so far, with investigators reviewing video to build more cases.
This situation was winding down and was concentrated in just a few square blocks downtown. But that's not what Donald Trump wanted. He again chose escalation. He chose more force. Other states are next.
President Trump deploying more than 4,000 National Guard troops and 700 Marines to Los Angeles, where there are now more active troops than in Iraq and Syria. Their role in dispersing crowds has been minimal. Trump warning the use of the military could be seen in other cities.
This is the first, perhaps, of many, or perhaps, if we didn't attack this one very strongly, you'd have them all over the country.
Trump speaking after addressing troops at Fort Bragg in North Carolina, where he appeared to accuse Governor Newsom and LA's mayor of paying the demonstrators without providing any evidence.
And they paid troublemakers, agitators, and insurrectionists. They're engaged in this willful attempt to nullify federal law and aid the occupation of the city by criminal invaders.
Protests against ICE spreading to other cities from coast to coast. Overnight, Texas Governor Greg Abbott says he will deploy National Guard troops ahead of protests this week. In his words, to ensure peace and order. For now, the National Guard troops and Marines will stay in Los Angeles. California had asked for a temporary restraining order. The judge declined until a full hearing tomorrow. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
And that leads us to your viewer poll. You can scan the QR code right there on your screen to take part. We want to know, do you agree with President Trump sending Marines to LA? 58% of you say yes, and 42% of you say no. Come to crossroadstoday.com/vote to take part in our viewer poll. Texas District 30 Representative A.J. Louderback visited Victoria briefly to share key results from the latest legislative session. Among the significant achievements, a record $8.5 billion boost for public education, new bail reform measures focused on keeping violent offenders off the streets, and a milestone moment as the University of Houston Victoria prepares to join the Texas A&M University system, something Louderback says he's proud to support.
University of Houston did a great job for some time, but I think they're going back to the Houston area. And Texas A&M coming here and supporting this area, I think is a huge statement about what's going on here.
Louderback wants to hear from you. You can find the story on crossroadstoday.com to find out how you can share your ideas, concerns, and opinions with the District 30 representative. Graduation season is winding down and we're celebrating the class of 2025. Excuse me. Congratulations to pre-K graduate Andrew. Congratulations, Andrew, from Momo Olga and Popo Jeff. We're so proud of you. And congratulations to Emerson, a 2025 graduate. Congratulations on your graduation and best wishes on your next adventure. We love you, from Mom, Dad, and Connor. Congratulations to Ethan from Edna High School. Ethan, we're so very proud of you. Wherever your path leads in life, reach for the stars. Love from Mom, Dad, Hallie, Jackson, and Aaron. And congratulations to Kai from the Early Childhood Education Center at FW Gross. Congrats, Kai, on your first year of school. Pre-K, here we come. We love you, from Mom, Dad, and brother Kaylin. You have until Friday to send in a photo and a heartfelt message for your 2025 grad. We're featuring them on air and on social media. Just go to crossroadstoday.com, click on the entertainment tab, then click on the contest tab. The time is now 6:49 on our Wednesday morning. Still to come on Sunrise, a deadly incident at a school leaves multiple casualties. What we know about the sole suspect, that's coming up. All right, it's time to celebrate some birthdays. Happy birthday to Joshua Jackson, the Dawson's Creek and Dr. Odyssey star. Joshua Jackson is 47 today.
Ooh, happy birthday to Josh. And happy birthday to Peter Dinklage. The Tyrion Lannister actor is turning 56 today. Happy birthday to Tyrion. And to see your birthday wish live on 25 News Now Sunrise, just come to crossroadstoday.com. Click the drop-down menu, then click the Home tab, and then you'll see Submit Your Birthday Photo.
All right, the time is just about, let's see, it's 6:50 on our Wednesday morning. Happy birthday if you're celebrating one today.
That's right, happy birthday. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Well, good morning, Crossroads. Taking another look at your alert day details for today, Weather Wednesday, and tomorrow for your thunderous Thursday. It's going to go for all Crossroads counties, all 13 of us, all 13 counties to which we could possibly expect some locally heavy rainfall. Local areas might possibly see up to 3.5 to 4 inches of rainfall with any, if any, stronger thunderstorms that do form. Heavy rainfall, flash flooding will be a possible concern. Strong winds gusting up to 60 miles an hour, and also pocket change size hail, about a maximum of an inch or less in diameter, will also be possible for today and tomorrow's storms. But the main risk is going to be the excessive rainfall, because looking at that outlook issued by the Weather Prediction Center and Storm Prediction Center, we have a level 2 out of 4 slight risk for all of Crossroads counties. But if you just saw just to the north of us, up in Austin and Aggieland, the Brazos Valley area, they have a level 3 out of 4 moderate risk for excessive rainfall. Flash flooding is very likely up there. But going into tomorrow, Thursday, you can see the risk continues for all of us. except for our southwestern counties, y'all are back in the level 1 out of 4 risk, where we're still expecting some possible flooding rain. All of that is because this low pressure system has finally come off of the mountains, and it is currently tracking just like we thought it would, very, very slowly east-northeastward at about 10 to 20 miles an hour. And that should bring us some better rain chances for the next few days, hopefully getting rid of our drought conditions. That's good news. And another good news is we're probably not looking at anything forming here in the tropics. But we're going to continue tracking the tropics all season long because it's hurricane season. And speaking of the tropics, the 2025 Hurricane Tracking Guide is here, and you can stay prepared and stay safe by picking up your free copy at one of these locations. It's going to be at Full Pep in Cuero, El Campo Cycle Center, Palace Bingo in Victoria, Coastal Bend College, Went Services in Victoria, Victoria All Sports, and Aztec Ford in Goliad. So don't wait, get yours today. And thank you to our other sponsors, AEP Texas and USA Concrete Coatings.
11 people were killed in a school shooting Tuesday in the Austrian city of Graz. Several others remain wounded in the aftermath. Police recovered 2 guns used by the shooter, adding there was only 1 suspect. Police later identified the shooter as a 21-year-old man from Graz who is now among the dead, believed to have taken his own life. A sharp turn in the high-stakes legal battle over migrants sent to a mass prison in El Salvador. A federal appeals court has now hit the brakes, pausing a ruling that would have given migrants a crucial chance to fight their deportation. On Tuesday, the court issued a temporary stay, buying time to decide whether to extend the halt on a lower court's order. That order demanded the Justice Department explain how deported migrants imprisoned in El Salvador can file habeas petitions to challenge their removal. Still to come on Sunrise, news to know before you go. Authorities in Delaware are searching for a missing toddler after a disturbing incident. Police in Delaware are desperately searching for a 3-year-old girl who was kidnapped at gunpoint. A mother was driving her daughter Nola Dinkins when she was pulled over. A bald white man in his 40s approached them with a gun and took the girl. He fled in a Ford or Chevrolet SUV driven by a woman. Police issued an Amber Alert to help find the 3-year-old. The FDA has approved a new monoclonal antibody to protect infants from RSV. The therapy is made by Merck. It's given in a single 105 milligram shot to protect newborns and infants from RSV through their first virus season. And we want to invite y'all to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV. Just search for Crossroads Today Plus. And be sure to pick up your hurricane tracking guide. Parker can share more with us about where you can find it.
That's right. You can find more about where you can find that at the location. It's going to be on our website, crossroadstoday.com. But I want to let y'all know we do still have plenty of thunderstorms ongoing out there. Looking at where all the heaviest activity is, we have a lot of lightning with that system. So you're likely tuning in with us because you got woken up by the thunder. But like I said, looking at the heaviest stuff, a lot of it is in our southern counties right now, heading up towards Port Lavaca and Calhoun County over the next probably 15 minutes or so if it's not already raining over you. Victoria County, it's raining for most of us out there this morning. So go ahead and grab that umbrella. In our eastern counties, you're going to see the rain probably over the next half hour to hour or so, but everybody grab your umbrella because I think we're going to have a little bit more in the later morning and a little bit more, I'm thinking, in the later afternoon time. Port Lavaca getting to a high of 90. Same thing in Victoria for all of that, high of 90. But for the next several days, we're looking at a little bit more rain chances before the rain chances will dwindle this weekend and the heat is back.
All right, be sure to pick up your hurricane tracker guide and be sure to tune in tonight for 25 News at 5, 6, and 10.